Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this video. For years the human has been trying to understand the world around him, creating hundreds of theories of how it appears on the earth, which can be very complex. So today we are going to analyze and review some of these theories. So let's start.
You didn't have to cut me off. I can never know we were nothing. I don't even need your love.
Greatness. This theory tells us that everything was created by an all-powerful being which created the entire universe, planets, galaxies, and more.
Action.
Spontaneous generation. This tells us that life is born of inert matter. What this basically means that life was the result of the interaction of inert matter with a life force or divine breath, which I have called intelligence. But then someone called this person was called Louis Pasteur, who was a French physical, mathematical, and bacteriologist whose discoveries were of enormous importance in various fields of natural science, especially in chemistry and microbiology. Did an experiment with which he discovered and disapproved this theory, showing that liquid bodies did not form spontaneously.
Action.
Clay. It says that life did not start with molecules like DNA or RNA, but with arcilla crystals. Life originated on a solid substrate, but for this is suggest clay crystals and no purity crystals. According to Alexander Graham Kearns, clay crystals are incomplex enough to evolve in a life-like way. Some difficulty prove their production potential, developing the ability to attract or synthesize organic compounds, such as nucleic acids or proteins. However, clay or any clay compound has never been detected in any live organism. As Graham Smith, the creator of this theory, was born on November 24, 1931 in Carmarthen, United Kingdom. He was an organic chemist and molecular biologist of the University of Glasgow.
Action.
Bubble theory. This is that he first precursors molecules of life could have been produced at the interface between a liquid and gas in the bubbles, trapped in the water of the volcanic rocks of the primitive earth crust. That is, the era of biological evolution must have arrived after a previous chemical evolution during which the first molecules capable of replicating were assembled and selected. An intentional team of researchers led by Dieter Braun, professor of system biophysics at the Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich, has taken a closer look at the water, an interface that occurs in the pores. What they deduced is that tiny gas-filled bubbles that got trapped and reacted with hard surface in volcanic rock could have accelerated the formation of the chemical networks that ultimately gave rise to the first cells. ARN work. We have to understand first what is the RNA. Ribonucleic acid is a nucleic acid made up of a chain of ribonucleases, and it is present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The RNA work hypothesis suggests that life on Earth began with simple RNA molecules that was able to copy itself without the help of other molecules. Cell theory. This is that the cells come from a prokaryotic stem cells that multiply to create the life how we know actually. Chemical synthetic. This is that by reacting various compounds gave life to cells that also gave life to the first living beings. This theory was proposed by Alexander Ivanovich Oparin, was a Soviet biologist and biochemist. we made important conceptual advances regarding the origin of life on planets. And John Burton Sanderson Haldane, he was a geneticist and biologist, evolutive Britannic. And finally, we have the panspermia. Life was formed from bacterial cells that can reach the Earth through comets or stones. And when these unicellular beings arrived, the first living beings began to be born. This theory could be perfectly real. However, it doesn't define the origin, since it tells us that something fell on the ground and that something already had life, for which we would have to define what that was. This is all for today. If you ask me what is the theory that I think is real, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thanks for your time and see you next time.